Hey guys, and welcome to X Maximus, aka Mando's YouTube channel. Good morning, in fact. Good morning in Dubai. By the dip, should we say. How's the market at the moment? It's pissing me off, in all honesty. I'm glad that I went so heavy into stables last year, the back end of last year. But I'm still eager to jump back in to certain trades. And at the moment, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. And there's got to be a bit of a waiting game. You know, for me, there's nothing more than I enjoy jumping into the market with a trade, some short-term stuff. You all know my long-term holds. I tweet about them a lot. Some of them I believe are going to do serious gains over the next few years. Some of the low caps. For me, I'm very, very bullish medium term on the market, but it is frustrating. It's really frustrating. You know, there's a few trades that I've made recently, and with the market conditions being okay, they would have flew. And unfortunately, you know, it's very hard to predict. There's only a very few groups of people, individuals globally that control, in my opinion, the whole market. But institutions currently are buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin is holding extremely well, but every time it drops, it's dragging altcoins further and further down. So when should you buy? You know, for me, I've been dollar cost averaging into certain projects that I love close to my heart. I know that the market's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back at some point, 100%. When is it going to bounce back? I don't know. You know, will it be next month? Will it be the month after? Will it be tomorrow? No one really knows except for a select few people, in my opinion. You know, there's way too much adoption currently to have an extended bear market like there was in 2018, 19 and part of 20. So for me, I know it's going to bounce back soon. There's not going to be a bear market for, you know, years. You know, there's glimmers of hope all the time, and there's bounces in the market that, in my opinion, is designed to pull in retail funds again. And you know, it's very difficult to trade. In my personal opinion, the best thing to do is to, you know, use the stables that you should have set aside, and to be buying into the projects on each dip that you want to hold long term. Very difficult to day trade or even do short-term trades for a week or 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to pop in this video and say hello to everyone. I've just done a nice AMA with Apex nodes, which is nice. I've got plenty of other AMAs to do, Syscoin, Uno, Telos, and you know, we're gonna expand the AMAs and make sure that's a regular thing. Yeah, you know, from my side, guys, I think just err on the side of caution. Keep stables aside. Make sure that you are utilizing the stables and deploying the stables, in my humble opinion. You know, this is what I'm doing. You know, none of this is financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. This is what I'm doing personally. I am frustrated with the market, heavily frustrated. It is pissing me off because every time I feel like the sentiment is coming back into the marketplace, then, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I get my ledger out to start deploying more stables into the marketplace, and then things are looking healthy for, you know, a matter of a day or so, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin shits the bed again. So it's, you know, especially when I am investing in size, you know, the drops can be dramatic, and it's when you actually go into stables quite a lot. Look, my long-term holds, I couldn't care less. The volatility down 60%, 70% up, all I do is just, you know, double down into them. But if I'm trading on something for a period of a week or 2 weeks, because I don't day trade, but if I see something that's appealing and I think, okay, I'll invest in size. And when you've been in stables and you look at the stable value, it's significant. You sort of attach a monetary value to that, which you shouldn't. When in the early stages of investing, you have to take a lot of risks. When you accumulate a lot of crypto wealth. It's harder to take them risks, but you still have to not just dip your toe in the water, but you need to jump in. You know, scared money does not make money. It's as simple as that. And when you're starting out, it's a lot easier to be adventurous, and you have to be more high risk. You have to go in deep to certain trades. And now I am going in deep. You know, the average trade size is a lot compared to a normal investor. But what that means is that there's a dip of 20, 30, 40%. You know, you have to have balls of steel in order. And even me, you know, I tell people with my experience, you know, don't be a bottom seller. It's scary sometimes, even for me. You know, and sometimes you've got to try and not absorb the negativity, especially looking at crypto Twitter. You know, everyone's always bear, and people will try and, you know, draw their negativity in, whatever their motive is for creating that FUD or negativity or whatever it may be. Maybe they want to buy the bags cheaper or whatever, I don't know, or maybe that's just how they are. It's very easy to get caught up in a trap, especially for new investors. Even for me, I'm looking at it sometimes and I'm thinking to myself, you know, some of the crap that you see on there, you try and deflect it, but then sometimes it absorbs you. So, you know, it's especially when the whole market is down, and it seems to be going down every single day. All coins are dropping and dropping and dropping. It's very easy to allow the crap, and it is a lot of crap on crypto Twitter, absorb you. So you have to deflect it. You have to go for the walk. Don't be a bottom seller, but at the same time, make sure that, in my opinion, that you invest a level that you can afford to lose, essentially. And I should say that to myself, but you know, starting off, I was heavily overinvested, but it paid off massively for me. It was an educated gamble. You know, I had to take risks heavily initially, but now I'm putting trades in size, and I've tried it a few times over, you know, since, let's say, the beginning of this year. And you know, it's not last year, it's not the year before. There was a bull run then, and I don't believe we're in a bull run at the moment. Or will we have one soon? Yeah, I hope so, and I believe that it's coming about, you know, very, very soon, but we'll know it. You know, low caps will start flying off. Initially, you're going to have a BTC run, then you're going to have ethereum, big caps, mid caps, low caps, and that's the cycle. And I do believe it's going to come back, and the next cycle, I believe, is going to be absolutely tremendous. But it's just a case of, you know, when will it start? If you remember last year, the mini bear market, there was the capitulation, everything went down Sunday morning in May last year. It was horrendous. Yeah, I remember being in the kitchen, and my wife coming down Sunday morning, and she said, "Are you okay?" And my balance was down a ridiculous amount. I said, "I'm not, no." I said, I need a few hours to have a breath, and I had a bath, I went for a walk with the dogs, and I cleared the mind. But that was, I remember people were calling, you know, 10 grand BTC, 10k BTC, 15k BTC. It got so bearish for months. And then the latter half of last year, you know, I had the best run that I've ever had in my life in cryptocurrency. And the last run of last year, the back end of last year, made countless and countless millionaires and multi-millionaires. So it's going to come back again. When will it come back? I have not got a crystal ball yet. I have not got a crystal ball, but all I know is that, you know, my nature is not to sit on the sidelines. You've got to get involved. You know, when something feels right, you've got to get involved. Do your own research. Don't listen just at influencers all the time and then start screaming when you're down 20, 30%. It's a volatile market. If you're new to crypto, yeah, and this is not advice, but this is what I would do if I was new. I never done this, but this is what I would tell, let's say, my own family member, a brother or whatever. Invest into BTC. If you've got a low attitude to risk, invest into BTC, yeah? If you've got a slightly higher attitude to risk, invest in a mixture of BTC and Ethereum. If you've got a higher risk attitude than that, then go for the top 10, top 20, top 50, yeah? If you're a complete degenerate, like me, then, and you've got a very high attitude to risk, then low caps, Uniswap, Qcoin, PancakeSwap, You know, if you're a complete and utter degen, then you've even got spooky stock. But for me, I'm more than comfortable on KuCoin. I love KuCoin. I like some of my Uniswap plays as well. But sometimes it's very difficult, especially in this mini bear, to make calls. And as I say, none of my calls are what you should do. You make your own decisions. These calls are me. This is me, what I'm doing myself, and I'm not magic. I do research. I've got a great team around me. We look into things, but we're not perfect. But it's my own money, and you see on Twitter, I show you, which you shouldn't have to do, but I show you what I invest, and it's a considerable amount. You could buy a house with it. This is the risks I'm willing to take. I've been right a lot last year. I documented 144x in my calls. This year is like dog shit for the whole market. It's very, very difficult to actually predict anything. But for me, am I going to give up? No, I'm not. I'm carrying on dollar cost averaging and laddering in to my long-term holds. And then if I see something that's appealing, I'll jump into that as well. And rightly or wrongly, I'm not going to give up ever on this marketplace. I'm going to be here. I'm going to carry on giving as much content as possible on Twitter, on YouTube, and I'm even looking at setting up an Instagram account as well. I think I'm a bit over TikTok, but let's see. Do I have to dance if I'm an influencer on TikTok? Because I can't dance too good. But look, I'm going to carry on bringing you content. But at the moment, for me, I'm not giving up. I'm looking out for trades, new trades, in order to make gains. Not every one of them are going to make the gains that I expect straight away. But some things at the moment are turning into medium-term holds, which, it's just the way things are. But for me, it's about researching. In a mini bear market, it's about, for yourself, research. People say to me, how did you acquire all this knowledge of cryptocurrency? Well, no one taught me ever and sat me down and said, Mando, this is how it works and blah, blah, blah. I made so many mistakes in the initial start in 2016. I remember trying to work out how to actually use some of the exchanges and some of the terminology in cryptocurrency. I remember looking at what FUD was and FOMO and stuff like that in 2016. It's been a journey, 6 years, it's been a journey. And now I've got a clear understanding of this market, but I'm still not perfect. But, for me, all I'd say to you guys is utilize this time. Don't ape all in to a project. Yeah, do not do that. I'll always say what I'm doing on Twitter, and I'll try and provide the best content as I can to help my followers on YouTube. But do your own research, please. Do your own research, and don't just see what I'm doing and suddenly just go all in. You're going to get wrecked. Ultimately, you never go all into a project anyway. I have made that mistake in the early days, and I got wrecked a few times. Now, diversification. Diversify your portfolio. Make sure that you've got stable coins in there. Make sure that you've got an element, if you're new, of BTC, ethereum, the top 20, the top 50. Yeah, and as you go down the chain, it becomes more high risk. With low caps, you have a chance. If you, in a way, it's like a bit of a mini lottery, but also it's educated what you should pick yourself, and it is a little bit of a gamble in many respects. There is low caps that you can find on KuCoin now that could literally do 1,000x over the next few years. It's like picking a needle out the haystack. But if you've got the time, utilize that time to read white papers. Get on YouTube. Yeah, I started watching. I'm not going to mention the names here, but some of my idols from the early days. And I used to watch so many YouTube videos about crypto all the time. And it's okay to make a mistake, but make sure that you risk. You de-risk it in many respects, and if you're going to make mistakes, it's only on part of your portfolio. And also, you've also got to make sure, which I did a lot in the early days, and that's the way I became so successful and ended up with a large portfolio, is you've got to sort of take the monetary value away from the crypto that you invest. Because let's say, for instance, you put, you figure 100k into the market, yeah? If you're new, then if you go all into something that goes down by 50%, that's 50 grand. Now, if you've got a value to that, you think, oh, I could have bought a house with that, or I could have bought this, or a car, or whatever it may be. You need to detach yourself, and also never go all in. Honestly, I can't tell you enough. Never go all into a project. I see people saying, oh, I'm so bullish with this. Never go all into a project. And if there is any advice that I can give you, never go all in, ever. Diversify. But as I say, look, this is what I do. I'm trying to give you some insight to all the mistakes I made in the early days. And then now, I'm at a level now, which is, I've got a lot of clarity in this market. I understand blockchain technology. I understand cryptocurrency. I understand what reading the white paper about fundamentals. I've immersed myself. This is my life. This is all I do now. So, for yourself, I've got a friend, he made a lot of money off Block last year, Blocktopia. And he keeps on asking me. I said, look, mate, I'm not prepared to give you insights of what you need to invest in, because the thing is, there's no financial gain that I get by telling people or saying to people, friends and family and stuff like that. It's not a win situation either way. If they lose, they're gonna jokingly hound you for a long time, yeah, and they can even be a little bit pissed off at you when there's been no financial gain from my side from doing that. So I won't do that to friends and family. If anyone asks me, I say, look, please do your own research. If you want to I actually say to friends and family, if you want to see what I'm doing, then look at my channels, look at my social media, and then you'll find out. But that's what I'm doing, yeah. So tread on the side of caution at the moment. Carry on looking at your long-term holds that you've researched yourself, not listening to an influencer, but you've researched yourself. And every dip that comes, ladder in. Laddering means buying each and every dip, and then no one's going to catch the bottom and no one's going to sell the top, but try and get somewhere close. And be prepared for the next bull run. I genuinely believe it's coming very soon. I really do, hand on heart, believe it's coming very soon, and it will come when we least expect it, like it did last year and like it did in 2020. It normally comes when everyone, the majority of retail have given up. Yeah, they've sold at a massive loss. They're 80% down. They've sold and they're out the game. And then guarantee you, a couple of weeks later, we hit an almighty alt season. I hate using the word alt season. Bull cycle. But look, guys, I just wanted to touch base with you today. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I appreciate your support. If you can smash up the likes, I'd really appreciate it. Show your support to the channel, and also subscribe. That would be great, and I'll keep on providing content. It's been a bit of a lag in time, 8 days or whatever, but I've got the studio set up now, I've got the office set up, and I'm going to be providing content on every couple of days, and getting back into the swing of things. So look, guys, thank you very much for everything, and I'll speak to you soon.